We're serious. We're done playing games.
East Moline teachers demand more pay and say going on strike is not out of the question.
Plus, a manhunt remains underway this morning for the man who killed a female police officer in Orlando.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Emily Scarlett. Thanks for watching Local 4 News this morning.
And I'm James Sears. East Moline school teachers will hit the picket lines for a second day today.
The teachers are at odds with the East Moline School District in contract negotiations. A spokesman for the teachers union says the educators are looking for equal pay. And in order to hire and keep qualified teachers, they need to make more money. Local 4's Brianna Collier explains just how far teachers are willing to go to make that happen.
We've been working a semester nearly now without a contract, and that's because the district hasn't gotten real about the raises that these teachers deserve.
Contract negotiations between the East Moline Education Association and the East Moline School District have been going on since April. East Moline Superintendent Chris Humphreys told Local 4 in an interview last month the problem isn't within the district itself. He says over the last 7 years, the state of Illinois has shorted the district by almost $1 million each year.
Problem is the state of Illinois is underfunding us, and the board has paid $412,000 in raises already this year.
East Moline Teachers Union spokesperson Rich Palmer says they plan to hold informational pickets all week. He says the last mediation held to come to a contract agreement did not go well.
The last mediation meeting took place before the holiday break. We as teachers came to that meeting prepared to spend the night if necessary to get a deal done that was fair. The meeting lasted about 2 hours and they walked out, they being the district.
Humphreys has said if they dish out any more money, the district will have to start using money they don't have, adding that if the board agrees on an increase for teachers' contracts, they could face some major cuts coming in March. But Palmer says since 2014, they have added 214 new students to the district, but only 2 new teachers have been hired. He says if picketing does not get through to the district by the end of the week, they will take further action.
Well, if this is not successful and it doesn't bring them to the bargaining table, then of course there will probably be an intent to strike vote. We're serious. We're done playing games.
That was Brianna Collier reporting. East Moline School Superintendent Kristen Humphreys issued a statement last night. He said in an email, the informational picket does not change our financial situation. We continue to fall further behind from the state of Illinois. Humphreys also says the district and the teachers union will be meeting again later this week.
A Davenport man was killed while breaking into a home in northeast Iowa late last week. Bremer County deputies found 46-year-old Stephen Anthony shot to death and another man shot and injured after being called to Whitetail Avenue in Sumner. The sheriff said Anthony was the intruder in the home invasion. Investigators are trying to figure out what he was doing there and how the two men knew each other. They aren't identifying the injured man nor anyone else in the home.
Convicted murderer Nicholas Sheely will wait another year to go on trial for 2 more murders. A Missouri judge set a trial date for January of 2018 during Sheely's court appearance Monday. Prosecutors say Sheely killed an Arkansas couple in Missouri while on a murder spree in 2008. Sheely is already serving a life sentence in Illinois for killing 6 people. Missouri prosecutors say they'll go for the death penalty if he's convicted next year.
Schools and daycare centers in Illinois could soon be required to test for lead in their drinking water. A bill with bipartisan support passed a House committee yesterday. Another amendment added this week would help pay for the tests. Daycare centers can apply for grants through the Department of Public Education, or Public Health that is, and school districts can tap into other funds in their budget. Supporters say it has several features with parents in mind.
First, that parents be notified of any detectable lead levels, which we think is really important because there are schools that have already tested that haven't told parents what the results were, and we think that's a really important part.
The Environmental Council says replacing drinking fountains or sinks with lead in them can cost a district from $500 to $5,000.
Meanwhile, both Genesis Health System and Unity Point Health Trinity are asking visitors with flu symptoms to stay at home. Officials say that's because seasonal influenza activity is on the rise here in the Quad Cities. Genesis suggests that anyone with a sore throat, chills, runny nose, or cough stay home until they feel better. Unity Point Health Trinity has similar guidelines and suggests anyone experiencing those symptoms within the last 7 days hold off on visiting.
The search continues this morning for a man wanted in the killing of an Orlando, Florida police officer. Master Sergeant Deborah Clayton was shot yesterday. outside a Walmart. Authorities say 41-year-old Markeith Lloyd pulled the trigger, then took off in Clayton's police cruiser. He's also a suspect in the murder of his pregnant ex-girlfriend last month. Clayton was trying to make an arrest when the shooting happened. Now, officials warn anyone who sees Lloyd to use caution.
The man we're looking for is very dangerous. And if you are in or around an area that you're hearing about, Pine Hills being one of those areas today, our schools are under lockdown. If you don't have to be out, don't be out.
A second officer, Deputy First Class Norman Lewis, died in a motorcycle crash while searching for the gunman. Deadly storms continue to batter the West Coast this morning, and another powerful weather system is on its way.
That's right. Heavy rainfall, flooding, and snow slammed both California and Nevada, killing at least 3 people. Hannah Daniels has the latest on those storms.
Heavy rain turned into heavy snow in the mountains around Lake Tahoe late Monday as crews worked to clear roads and deal with flooding after what forecasters call a 10 to 20-year storm. And more wild weather is on the way.
The system that we have coming in tonight through Wednesday is going to bring us another surge of pretty impressive rainfall.
In Sonoma County, California, a huge landslide along a major roadway. And 550 homes and businesses along the Russian River are expected to remain at flood levels into the early morning hours.
These are basically cabins. It looks like the water's got up into those cabins. One of them appears to have flooded off its foundation.
After days of rain, California lost a centuries-old sequoia carved into a living tunnel in the 1880s. The rain has sent rivers rising from the Yuba River in Northern California to the Truckee River in Nevada. Stormwater pours downstream, prompting the state of emergency.
If the river wants to go, it'll go. There's nothing you can do about it.
Winter storm warnings are in effect in the Sierra Mountains with the potential for blizzard and whiteout conditions. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
And some amazing pictures coming out of there, coming out of the West, and fortunately, we're not getting any of that right now.
Yeah, it's been an interesting winter so far because some areas, like even parts of the South that don't anticipate seeing a lot of snow this time of the year, recently have gotten some snow. Meanwhile, Anthony, our grounds are bare right now.
That's right. We have been on the quiet side of all of these weather systems. As Emily mentioned, some parts of the South and the Southeast picked up a foot of snow over the past few days, while we're still rather mild for this time of the year. As we look outside right now, radar is aglow with a lot of green on there indicating rain, but most of this is not reaching the ground just yet. But as we head off to the northwest, the darker greens and yellows, that is where the rain is reaching the ground. And as the atmosphere becomes more saturated, we will start to see some light rain develop across the area. It is mild right now at 41 degrees. We started out last evening in the 20s and 30s, and those temperatures have continued to rise. The winds are at 17 miles per hour. So as we go through the day today, we're going to reach a high of about 48 degrees by about noon, 1 o'clock. Temperatures will start falling. The winds will start blowing even stronger at 20 to 30, maybe 40 miles per hour. And the light rain will change over to a wintry mix before ending as light snow this evening. That's the first weather system. We have 2 more, and the last one will be the strongest heading our way.
It seems like the big question is, will those systems come as snow, freezing rain, or what?
And let me tell you, when I say a wintry mix, I'm not taking the easy way out. It means that we will see freezing rain, sleet, snow, or rain, depending on where you live across the area. But again, that third one, that's the one that will be the most powerful. That'll be coming in later this weekend, and I'll try to sort it all out for you when we get to the full forecast.
So enjoy the warm morning while we have it.
Yeah, these temperatures are not going to stick around all day today, but another mild day tomorrow before we turn colder.
All right, thanks, Anthony. Coming up, a Rocky Star is heading east.
That and more ahead in your morning sports.
The time now is 6:41. You're watching Local 4 News this morning.
WHBF is local for you with James Sears, Emily Scarlett, and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.